Hey,
Hey,
it's us, the Three Musketeers, your one and only source for life musts.
For our hashtag How to High School edition, we asked you guys to send us some questions about socializing in high school using the hashtag HTHS5SocialMusts.
And we gathered the most common questions that were asked. So, if you want to catch today's musts,
Let's get started! The first question that we got was from Camille, and she asked, how do I overcome my shyness?
The best way to overcome your shyness is to surround yourself with friends who accept you for who you are and friends who will let you grow in many aspects. Remember, this isn't a one-shot thing. Overcoming your shyness and finding the right friends takes a lot of effort and challenges in order to reach this goal.
question number 2 comes from Lauren, and she asks, how do I know when to say yes or no?
Don't be afraid to try new things, especially if you know you can benefit from it. But you have to remember to not give in to peer pressure if you find yourself in a certain situation. Just set your priorities straight.
The third question comes from Levi, and he asks, how can I socially relate and initiate conversations with other people?
Make sure you know your interests. After all, these are the best ways to connect with others. You can also join clubs and orgs in order to gain new friends who share the same interests as you.
The fourth question comes from Jacob, and he asks, how can I look more approachable?
Be confident. The best accessory anyone can wear is a confident smile. You should also dress accordingly and carry yourself appropriate to the situation you are in.
Our fifth and final question comes from Alex, and he asks, how can I be a better converser?
We suggest the balance between listening and speaking. Make sure you aren't the only one talking. Listen to what your friends have to say. This will give a good balance between the two sides of the conversation.
If you missed out on any of the musts, here are the tips we gave.
Number 1, surround yourself with good friends.
Number 2, set your priorities straight. Don't give in to peer pressure.
Number 3, know your interests.
Number 4, be confident and dress accordingly.
Finally, balance between speaking and listening.
You have to remember, butterflies break out of cocoons before they gain their wings and become beautiful.
So, don't pressure yourself and expect to become a social butterfly right away.
Don't change yourself for the approval of others.
Know your strengths and weaknesses and use them to become the best social version of yourself.
We hope you guys enjoyed this episode of hashtag How to High School Edition and found our tips useful.
If you want more musts, subscribe and stay tuned for our next video.
Always remember, all for one and one for all.
Bye!
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 We're the Three Musketeers, signing off.
Created using Powtoon.